Engine valve tightness testing. Is it better to test with water or gasoline? The previous video I tested the tightness of the valve with water. There are many messages from this fan saying that the water test is inaccurate. Test with gasoline or diesel. Theoretically speaking, it would be better to test with gasoline, because gasoline has better permeability. Tested with higher accuracy. Water has a certain tension. Okay, I'll test it with water first. Then test it again with gasoline. Okay, we pour the water into each of the 4 tanks. Okay, let's wait for 5分钟 use. Okay, that's 5 minutes. Let's take a look at the tightness of this valve. Okay, tested with water. We see that these valves are very dry. No water droplets. It shows that the sealing of the valve is still very good. Okay, these valves here are also very dry. No water droplets dripping out. Okay, let's test it with a gasoline pump. Okay, let's pump the water out first. Okay, next we pour the gasoline. Test the S-box. After pouring the gasoline, we wait for 5分钟 use. Okay, 5 minutes later, we see these several valve holes. Still pretty dry. No penetration neither. Their valve seals well. Well, situations like this are not absolute. It's possible that's the case, it doesn't leak after you test it with water. Then you pour in the gasoline. Then a few minutes later, gasoline drips out. But it misses very little. Let me tell you about this situation. In fact, this is the case. You can choose to grind the valve again. You can also choose not to grind the valves, if after 5分钟 use. There's a small amount of gasoline coming out of this hole in the valve. Well, you don't have to worry too much about this situation. In this case, the car is starting. The rear high pressure can also reach about 9. So don't worry too much. Because when his car starts, the valve is closing. He is also constantly grinding. So it is loaded after a period of use. His valves will automatically run in. So you don't have to worry too much about this. There is another situation. It is the grinding brake mentioned by many fans. When grinding the valves, do you need to use grinding sand? Let me tell you about it. When grinding the valve, well, you can go for abrasive sand. You can also use no grinding sand. It depends on personal habits. It does not mean that grinding valves must use grinding sand. And remember that if this grinding sand is used when grinding the valve, after grinding, wipe the abrasive sand of this valve. Okay, that's it for the video and welcome to the show.